The crowd erupted in deafening cheers as the familiar opening notes of Shake It Off began to play. Taylor Swift bounded out onto the stage, her signature curls bouncing with each step as she greeted the roaring fans. It was the final night of her massively successful Midnights tour, and the energy in the sold-out stadium was electric. Taylor launched into the upbeat pop anthem, the adoring crowd singing and dancing along. Just as the chorus kicked in, a commotion started near the front of the stage. Taylor glanced over, puzzled, as one of the security guards rushed over and whispered something in her ear. Her eyes went wide and a look of shock crossed her face. She raised her hand to quiet the crowd, who immediately fell silent, sensing something unexpected was about to unfold. Hey everyone," Taylor said breathlessly into the microphone. "It seems we have a, special guest who would like to say something." The spotlight swung around to reveal none other than Travis Kelce, the star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, striding confidently onto the stage. The crowd erupted into a fresh wave of cheers and applause, realizing this was no ordinary surprise appearance. Travis reached Taylor and took her hand, guiding her to the center of the stage. "Taylor, you have no idea how much your music has meant to me over the years," he began, his voice trembling slightly. "Your songs have gotten me through some of the toughest times, and your words have touched my heart in a way that no one else's ever have." Taylor stared at him, her eyes glistening with tears, speechless. "From the moment I first heard Love Story back in college, I was hooked," Travis continued. "I remember blasting that song in my dorm room, fantasizing about finding my own fairy tale romance." He let out a nervous laugh. "Little did I know that years later, I'd be standing here, on the stage with the one and only Taylor Swift, about to ask you the most important question of my life." He dropped down to one knee, and the stadium erupted into a deafening roar. Taylor's hands flew to her mouth, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Taylor, you are the love of my life, my soulmate, my everything. Will you marry me?" Travis pulled a stunning diamond ring from his pocket, holding it up for her to see. The crowd held its breath, waiting with bated anticipation for Taylor's response. She stared down at Travis, her lips trembling. "Oh my God, Travis," she finally choked out, her voice thick with emotion. Yes, of course I'll marry you." The stadium erupted in thunderous cheers and applause as Travis slipped the ring onto Taylor's shaking hand. He leapt to his feet and swept her into a passionate embrace, lifting her off the ground as she clung to him, tears streaming down her face. When they finally broke apart, Taylor turned to the crowd, beaming. "I can't believe this is happening," she exclaimed, her voice quivering. "Travis Kelce, the love of my life, just proposed to me on stage in front of all of you. This is the most magical, unexpected, wonderful moment of my life." She gazed up at Travis adoringly. "I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to be your wife." The crowd roared its approval, the energy in the arena palpable. Taylor and Travis held each other close, exchanging loving glances and whispered words. After a few moments, Taylor reluctantly pulled away, wiping the tears from her eyes. "All right, I think we need to get back to the show," she announced. "This is still the Midnights tour, after all." She launched into the opening notes of her hit song Anti-Hero, the crowd singing and dancing along enthusiastically. But it was clear that Taylor's mind was elsewhere, her eyes repeatedly drifting to the sparkling ring on her finger as she beamed with joy. When the song was over, she addressed the audience again. "I'm sorry, I just can't focus right now," she admitted with a sheepish laugh. "This is the most exciting night of my life, and I hope you'll all forgive me for being a little distracted." The crowd cheered its understanding, thrilled to have witnessed such a magical moment. "I'm going to take a short break, but I'll be right back to finish the show," Taylor promised. "In the meantime, give it up one more time for my fiancé, Travis Kelce." As the stadium erupted in thunderous applause, Taylor hurried off stage, hand in hand with her new fiancé. It was a night that none of the fans in attendance would ever forget, the night that Taylor Swift, the queen of pop, said yes to the man of